Hi guys, so this is actually my first video for YouTube that I'm actually making for YouTube. I wasn't sure if it's gonna be interesting, what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm coming through a lot right now and I'm not home, so I just thought to start talk about it on YouTube and not just on TikTok and Instagram. So let's start with where am I? So I'm right now in Miami for swim week. I came from LA, I'm living in LA, and I came for swim week. That's starting this weekend. And I'm sorry, I'm making my food right now. I didn't eat anything and it's 4:36 p.m. because I was in casting all day. I will let you know in a second. So anyhow, I was in LA. And before that, 3 months in Israel, I renewed my work visa. And I just decided to come here to try swim week for the first time ever because I never been here for swim week and I wanted to do it for years. So I felt like it's time. I have the visa, I can work. I signed up with an agency here like a month ago or 2 months ago. So it's exactly on time. So yesterday I had the first casting. It was, again, first time ever for castings for swimwear in Miami for swim week. And I went there 30 minutes after it started and I just saw a line of girls, like 1,000 of girls, maybe 300, let's say 300 girls. They're just standing there online on rain. It was raining and waiting for their time. So I wasn't pre-selected for any brand, even though I worked on social media with some of the brands that had a casting yesterday, but I wasn't pre-selected and I think they doesn't even know that I'm in town. So I was waiting online 3.5 hours, which is insane. It's not an acting casting, which always takes so much. It's a casting for swim week. If you don't know what is swim week, let me tell you. Swim week is a week for bikinis that happen every year, in Miami. And the girls that actually doing the shows, it's more like not high fashion runway. It's more curvy, boobs, butts, like juicy, happy, attitude, vibe. It's more to show your personality. So it's not just about how you look or how tall are you or how you know, if you know how to walk or whatever. And it's not about your followers too, even though I saw a lot of models that they are not actually models, they're influencers that become models because of the social media. Anyway, it's about what you're bringing to the stage. And I felt that it's gonna be super easy, I felt that it's gonna be really easy to get it because I'm doing bikinis my whole life. Like, this is my main job ever. Like, I started when I was 12. I always did swimwear, bikinis. In Israel, I did like all of them. In LA, I did some. Miami, like I was here years ago and I did collaborations with some brands and photographers. And I remember that they always told me, like, why are you not doing the swim week? They will get you in a second. And it's like, this is me. Bikinis, swimwear, like this part of the modeling, it's very much me, more than clothes. So I was in a casting for 3.5 hours. I'm waiting on a line. I'm meeting friends, girls from my agency. I never met anyone here. I don't know anyone here. It was nice. But then after 3.5 hours that we are wearing bikini because we want them to see us, and we are wearing heels, so our calves is just dead. They are just shutting down all. And there's a girl that's coming downstairs and she's saying, okay girls, so pre-selected finished for today, regular also finished. They chose, all the brands already chose who they want to, and the fitting is tomorrow. You all can go home. Like, that's it for today. 4 brands that had casting yesterday just finished their job at 1:30, I think it was, or 2, and I'm on the line for 3.5 hours with 200 girls after me still. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, my first time here for actually swim week. I came from Israel to LA for a week. I came to Miami as soon as I can. I was like, okay, it's gonna be super easy. It's just swim week Miami. And apparently it's not. It's definitely not. It was super hard. I felt exhausted, and I didn't even ask the girl in the entrance if I was pre-selected, because my agency told me that I'm not pre-selected. And I was like, okay, if I'm not pre-selected, I'm not in the short line, I'm in the long line, and it means that I need to wait like everyone. So I didn't tell her my name or my agency or anything. I was just waiting, and eventually just left home. So today, castings again in the same place, the Playmate, I don't know how to say the English, hotel in Miami. We had the castings. Today was 2 castings and not 4. So I decided if they're starting at 12, I'm gonna be there at 9, because no matter what, I'm gonna make it at least to the client to see me. So the 2 brands that was today wasn't actually very much me. They was more like high fashion girl, very like straight, be serious, not smiley, not that. And I'm very like smiley, attitude, fun, bubbly. Like I'm not a runway high fashion girl. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come early. I came at 9. And I asked the girl in the entrance, hey, what's up? When is the casting? I wanted to make sure that I know about all the casting the same day and that I'm gonna be there in time and everything. I opened my laptop and I start working. So 10 a.m. the girls start coming, and I saw that they are not just scanning a barcode that they ask us to scan. So I see that they also ask the girl for their name. So I went to the line and I asked the girl in the reception, like, hey, do I need to give you my name? And she was like, yeah, you didn't check in. And I was like, no, I didn't, because you didn't ask my name. You just told me to scan that. So I was scanning the thing and I'm telling her my name. And apparently I'm pre-selected for today for one of the casting, one of 2. And she was like, okay, you have this bracelet, you have the short line, you're gonna be here. So I was the first one who arrived there, but girls just pushed themselves to the line. So let's say I was 20 now, and I was waiting. It was still 2 hours before, and they actually started at 12:30 and not at 12. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the line, and with the girls that I met, and we all like waiting to start already. I'm going to the castings that I'm pre-selected upstairs after an hour. I went inside the room and I didn't know if I should smile like the yesterday casting that everyone said that we should be very happy, smiley, bubbly, Miami, or I should just be serious. And I'm selling more my smile than being serious. So I was serious. I don't know why I didn't ask. I felt like it's not professional to ask, but it was stupid and unprofessional not to ask and then doing something wrong. So I went in, I did my walk with heels. I was pretty serious, like kind of like, I didn't know if to smile or not to, so I was like in the middle. And then they say bye, like after a second. Like all the girls just came in, walk back, in, walk, like it was in a, like maybe 30 seconds, each one of us inside. And then I was like, okay, there's another one, let's try, even though I'm not pre-selected. So I went upstairs, I waited like 20 minutes more, and I went inside. They explained me what they are looking for. They say no heels, you should just walk barefoot, and we want the girls more serious, very high fashion. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance, even though I'm not, this is not me, but who cares, like, let's try. So I was walking back and forth, They say thank you and bye. I gave them my card. Bye. Now this is castings usually. You never know. They're never like asking too much. Maybe if you're there a bit longer in the room, you know that okay, there is a chance for me. But mostly everyone's staying like, they have so many girls, so they have to make it like quick. And that's it, I left. So the first day wasn't good because I didn't even do the casting that I came for, which was very not fun. I was pretty upset, to be honest, and sad. I can say that. Yeah, I actually arrived home and I cried. I was so upset because I'm a model for so many years. This is my strong side. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it great. Like, I know how, like, if I'm a good model or like what's not good, and I know what I'm good at. And this is one of the things that I know that I'm good. I'm not good, I'm great in what I'm doing. This is my job like for 17 years. I'm 29. I started when I was 12. I started with bikini. I'm 29, I'm still doing bikini, like I'm good at it. And I was just so upset. I'm just doing that with my, like, instead of cutting my lettuce, I'm sorry, it looks bad, but it's still the same taste. Anyway, I was so upset. I came home, I cried. I fought with my boyfriend about something else, but I guess it was added to my feelings. And I was sending my mother agency, okay, listen, like, I'm giving it a shot for one more week. The shows that we did casting for them yesterday, today, and tomorrow, actually, the shows that starting this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if we're not getting them, we're not doing them, and we know it's like today, tomorrow. So it's now. So for sure I didn't get it because it's 4 p.m. already, and it's like the tomorrow is the fitting. Anyway, so I was crying, I felt very bad. I told my agency, okay, listen, I'm giving it a shot for another week and I'm going back home to LA. If I'm getting anything for pre-selected for next month, because this year there is 2 swim week, one of them in the beginning of July and one of them in June. If I'm not pre-select for July, I'm not coming back now, because budget in Miami is not really good, and right now I have work in LA, so I feel like it's a waste of time. So I told my agent, I also told him like to look for more agencies for me around the States, because I'm living in the States now and I have 3 years visa, so I have time now to stay for 3 years and not just for 1 year like I used to stay. So yeah, that's it basically. I arrived home, 4 p.m. I'm eating my breakfast, which is rice, salmon, and some lettuce and blueberries, I think it's called. Yeah. People ask me why I'm doing it. Why am I doing it? I just met my friend now. She's a good friend for me from Israel, and she just asked me like, Michal, why are you doing it? Why? This is shitty money. It's nice in Miami, but you're living pretty far. I'm staying in my friend's place, so I have a free apartment and it's empty. I'm alone. It's nice, but it's far and I don't have a car. So you're paying for Ubers. You're not getting paid like a good amount of money, and you didn't even get the castings now. Now I'm never giving up after one casting, because again, I'm like my whole life model, and there's so many castings that I got no, and then one that I'm getting yes. So this is not what makes me feel like, wow, this is crazy, even though this is one of my dreams and something I should definitely check on. But it is in my list for 2023. But now after 2 days here, that I see how it goes. And also I feel like it's not very professional, because a lot of girls got it. I saw the girls that got it yesterday. I saw on the brands web, they all are famous or crazy amount of followers or working with bikinis all the time in Miami. I'm super new in Miami. The girls who works here forever. They know them. Everyone knows them. Like they're not new. So I feel like to be new in the city is something that it's not playing good for me, because I'm the new girl. I'm the new girl, and in a week in Miami, you can't just expect to be okay, like in a billboard or in the Swim Week Miami. Yes, it's possible. I 100% believe that it is possible, but I don't think now that I should be so upset because it's my first time ever in the market here. I never worked in Miami. No one knows me here. I'm from Israel, which is a very small country. I'm living in LA for the last 3 years, but I was so many times outside of the country because of my visa that I always needed to renew, that people doesn't really knows me that well. So I can't be so upset about it because it makes sense in any way, you know? So yeah, this is the story about Miami. This is the second day. Tomorrow is the third day of the castings. Wish me luck. I have 3 of them tomorrow in 3 different locations, not like yesterday and today, the same location, so it was easy. So let's hope for good and eat lettuce. Thank you for listening, guys.